Welcome. We're here.
I don't like that.
You didn't like the Doppler effect?
No.
What if instead of me arriving, what if it's me leaving? Ah!
Both are excruciating on my ears, thank you.
Anyway, welcome to the TheFableFew podcast. This one's a little mini one. We're only doing a half an hour.
Yeah.
And it's me
because
and Tyler,
we're very tired.
chilling. Everyone's tired and sleepy. And it's kind of a last minute thing because of how scheduling and works. We're doing this is a night of. It's being recorded and then shipped to Lily, and then Lily's editing it and then getting it ready to upload the following day.
Yeah,
all
I just got off of work.
And
I'm ready to beat it.
And ready to beat it?
Yeah.
Fucking
like Michael J.
Like Michael J. Just like him. You don't want to... Yeah.
I want to tell my story about the bus driver who went to buy alcohol while I was going home one night.
Yes, tell this story.
So it's like a Thursday night. I think I was like the only one working in the TheFableFew home.
Mm-hmm.
And I got off of work and I have to take the bus home because Ari works that night.
Mm-hmm.
So I hop off the train. I'm waiting for my bus stop. I'm like, okay, it's probably only going to be me, maybe a person here or there. And I get on the bus. It's dark, cold. There's nobody else on the bus, and it's me and this driver. And I'm just like, okay, time to put in headphones, watch a YouTube video, and just chill out while I'm walking home to work. And about halfway through the route that he takes me, he stops near a CVS and goes, give me a quick, like, 10 minutes. I gotta go buy water. And I'm like, okay, I'll sit here. I'll be patient. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? He went in to go get water? Why? I'm like sitting there in the bus alone, and the doors open. Keys are still in the ignition because the bus is still running. I'm like going crazy. I'm like, why would he do this to a complete stranger?
Yeah, the amount of trust he left you in fucking control of the bus.
I was like losing it just in the back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, what the fuck do I do? I'm just gonna sit here and tell everybody at the group chat. This bus driver just left me alone on the bus. Help. And he comes back, I think about 15 minutes later.
Okay.
It was
later than he estimated.
It wasn't fast at all. And he had a whole glass bottle in his hand. And I'm like, what? That doesn't look like water.
That is not water.
It looks like alcohol. And I hear it clink on the ground, and I'm just like, that sounds like alcohol. And I'm like, why is this bus driver grabbing alcohol on a route? He still has to, like...
It's so funny.
He has to wait with me for, like, another 30 minutes before he drops me off. And I'm just like, what? Why? So I get off the bus, and I'm like, okay, thank you for dropping me off. Good night. And he goes away. And I'm just like, I don't understand this man at all.
This guy is in the pantheon of, like, legendary bus drivers from the internet. The We Slidin' guy is up there.
We Slidin'. I do think about that man constantly. We
like,
Slidin'.
You're in control of many people's lives, and you're on a slick, icy road. And the only thing you can say is, as you start sliding to assuade everyone, is, "Oh, we slide."
Give me a couple minutes. I gotta go buy water.
Oh, speaking of sliding, I don't know if you saw what I was talking about in the general chat, but there's a new game by the Totally Accurate Battle Simulator people.
Mm-hmm.
Much like how a couple April Fools ago they did their Battle Royale in the same
which is
engine.
a good game.
Yeah, it was a good game that they continued to develop past the joke because they can't control themselves.
Yeah.
They did the exact same thing this year where they created it's only 2-player co-op battle royale where you are two knights. You are two knights, and you have to ride a horse through several towns, because you have to like. So there's 2 points of the gameplay. One is the horse riding, where you're Mario Kart Double Dash style. Someone's driving, someone's operating like tools on the back, and you, like 2 of which are useless. You're holding like a banner, like tooting on a bugle, or you can fire your weapons. But you can drift like Mario Kart on the horses, and they like squat down on their horse legs and have like the sparks coming off them and can do dashes on sharp turns like
My God.
Mario Kart. And like if you have to stay on these snaky ass roads, because if you touch the grass, the horses just eat the grass, so they don't move fast at all. They like slow down to like 20% speed if you go off those very tiny roads that are curving. But the main point is you have to make these rides to towns, because the game has like a timer day-night cycle, and if you're out of a town at night, you freeze to death. So at nighttime, everyone has to be in a town or they die. And so that's where the Battle Royale aspect comes in, is you have to fight people when you're trapped in the towns together. And, I haven't mentioned this yet because the big reveal is in this night game with horses and stuff. You're packing like a gun, like a pistol, like a revolver, and the other weapons in the game include a shotgun, an AK, a fucking Glock, and every single reload animation is like Revolver Ocelot, like spinning the gun.
Man, I love Joust.
Yeah, and then the end goal of this video game is to get a rose at the end at a final like castle fight where like you have to like be the only team in the castle to even like try to like, it's like point capture where you have to like stay on it for a long time without any interruptions. And if you get the rose, the whole point of it is you give the rose to your partner in crime that you did all of that with.
That's fucking amazing.
That's it. You don't get anything outside of it besides the little cutscene. And they were like, this is it. This is our game, baby. Anyway, it's $6 on Steam, and I think that's a game that you and Ari should play at some point. Because that game rules.
Should probably play it for Valentine's Day next year.
Yeah, exactly. By like knowing Landfall Games, they'll just develop it more, and it'll have even more content.
Yeah.
But also if you get too far away from your horse, like if you like if it falls off a cliff or like gets like it's like you try to just walk out of a town and not use your horse, you can die from that as well. You die of a broken heart because you lost your steed.
That's fucked up.
And just like this is a very specific reference, and also like I guess the more apt reference is Super Hot, when like the title screen of the level flashes up like psh, psh, psh,
yeah.
word for word. It does that for the like horse proximity and the cold deaths, where it just goes psh, 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 I am cold, I am cold. And then the horse one is I miss my horse.
It's called Nightfall.
Yeah, Nightfall. It's very good.
This 300 FOV they have is really funny.
The horse riding, if you're motion sick, will probably make you motion sick.
The first person shooter aspect is in like 70. It's really close.
It's really close up. But yeah, you have like a little banner you can hold up if you're the back rider of the horse, and you have a little trumpet you can do. If you use healing items, you stab it. It's like bandages, like that's the item, but you stab it into yourself like you're injecting like adrenaline in Left 4 Dead.
Oh, like it's Stim from like fucking Call of Duty.
Yeah. And you have grenades that are just little bombs, like Acme, like circular orbs with a fuse. Oh, it's a fucking
incredible.
Classic. It's a fucking classic. Certified classic.
Yeah, Landfall is always good at that.
Yeah,
small little weird bangers.
I streamed Cluster Chuck in one go for the channel. That game rules. Except its boss fight. That boss fight sucks dick at the end.
It does.
It's
not
good. It's not fun. No. Not
it's
nearly
just,
enough checkpoints for what they're asking of you.
Yeah, which is like you gotta go through the whole level 3 times.
Yes.
And it's almost luck based.
Yes. It's a little bit of luck and also like praying that you don't hit the like hitbox of the fact that you have to climb on the boss, but the boss's hitbox itself kills you if you're just not touching a truck is so like bad. It's not good. But yeah, I never played the Battle Royale game they made, but I've heard it was a good time.
It's really funny because like
fucking aim.
Everybody flops around. It's really funny. And they put it into Totally Accurate Battle Simulator 2 where you could first person it and they just
rolled it in.
Yeah, it was very funny. It's like you flop around and you're like, am I aiming correctly?
The answer is no.
No, never. Why would you?
Have you bought Elden Ring yet?
I did. I have it installed on my PC, but I have not played it.
Oh.
On my days off, I've just been doing other stuff. Give me a break.
I'm gonna get you. I want more people to talk to about that game. The speedrun is down to fucking less than 15 minutes now.
I think I should watch a speedrun.
They found out how to skip the final boss. They have to fight one boss in total.
That's so funny. Who got the $3,000 bounty for skipping the final boss?
Whoever got that fucking glitch bounty. Speaking of that, I don't know if you saw that video by Yumfa, YMFAH on YouTube. He uploaded a recent video of beating Dark Souls 3 without walking.
I think that's insane. I was watching it on the bus and I have not finished it.
The fact that run cost him over $2,000 because
it's insane.
Of the glitches, the hardware he needed to do the glitches, and also the glitch bounties, totaled up to $2,000+.
And then that hacker that gave him New Game Plus.
That's so funny to me that there are people that have hacked the PC versions of the Souls games to where if they enter your world, they fucking cause
give
your
you
game
everything
to corrupt and then send you to New Game Plus without your permission. It's so funny. All the achievements popping up at once.
Souls games are very funny.
The community is like both horrendous and amazing at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you'll get a bunch of people that run up to the turtles in Elden Ring and they leave messages that just say like amazing dog ahead and shit like that. And then you also have people that are like, yeah, in the PC version of the game, if you enter online, you have to make peace with the fact that like someone can come in and turn the video game into like malware.
Oh, I forgot. I bought a kazoo.
You what?
I have a kazoo now.
That's so important.
I bought it. I bought it on the double date yesterday, and I'm like, I have no use for this. It's now going to be
say
a
that
bit.
When they have a kazoo.
How bad is that coming through the mic?
It was tolerable. I was
okay.
Not,
how about now?
It doesn't sound like a kazoo.
Does it not?
Through the microphone, or at least through Discord, it just sounds like it just sounds. Oh, that was buzzing. Before, it just sounded like you put a hand up to your mouth and just hummed. There we go.
I can't really like get it. It's a very cheap kazoo.
Yeah, you gotta get it buzzing.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
There's also a bird whistle that does not work.
Oh. That was awful. That one was vile.
That was just air.
That was just a horrifying sound. Another video game update is because I'm planning on moving to a new PC soon once I get some funds. I've uninstalled almost every video game, but I've been bored, so I reinstalled something to keep me occupied, something new. I installed Arkham Asylum, Batman. Arkham Asylum.
How are you enjoying it?
Mark Hamill is pretty good. As the Jonker.
He's a very good jumper.
The only thing I know about Arkham Asylum is that the final boss is a shitty piece of garbage, and then everyone else liked the rest of the video game. And so far, I'm like, yeah, it's alright. It feels very Assassin's Creed, from what I remember, in combat, but maybe a bit more fluid. But it still feels like that. It still kind of feels clunky by modern day combat standards.
It's clunky, but it's also tight.
Yes,
in a very weird way.
You get into there's a reason they refer to the achievements for keeping a combo up as a flow state is because once you do get into that rhythm, it does feel good. But when you get when you're just trying to navigate around, you're just shit, fuck,
yeah. Batman is not a maneuverable person. He feels very stiff and like a tank.
All of the models look so funny. Batman's model himself, his eyes look so funny in that game.
Yeah.
I really wish... I think that all Batman iterations should have done the SpiderMan thing, where the eyes are just part of the mask, and they're just little white... You can't see the pupils.
Like it's animated.
It's it's like when you could see the eyes in a knight's armor, through a knight's armor. It's kind of frightening.
Yeah.
which works for the fear factor that Batman's going for, but also it's just kind of awkward when you're having a conversation with an NPC and it cuts to his face and he's just unblinking, looking through the
he's staring daggers at the audience. You're like, come on, man, I'm not the enemy here.
You gotta leave me out of this. But yeah,
I'm not a part of this.
I have been collecting all of the fucking Riddler collectible bullshit along the way, and I'm currently at what I believe is the finale, where there's a party and there's fireworks and there's a bunch of thugs clapping as I enter the fucking final area because Joker's made it a big ordeal.
Yeah,
and I enjoy the fact that you can just start a fight with 30 men in a small hallway.
It is very funny.
But yeah, that game, it's enjoyable, and then there are just moments of 2009 game development, huh?
Yeah.
Where the game has the Fallout 4 green filter on.
It's not good.
It's grungy as hell. This I love that they made this asylum look like the grimiest, ugliest place on Earth.
The PC ports are also just really bad.
Really?
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of just unoptimized, especially for a more modern PC like mine.
I've been playing through it, and the only thing I've noticed is it's got that old PC game problem where you can't tab out because they did. At that point in time, people were like, who would have two monitors? That's insane.
Yeah. So you full screen it and then you try to alt tab to something and it breaks your whole computer.
Yeah, because instead of just being
what? What? You want to go to something else?
Yeah. Why would you want to leave? You don't want to leave.
This is a cinematic game experience. Please don't.
But yeah, I don't remember buying these games outright. But I remember acquiring both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I don't have Arkham Knight. I have no idea. I didn't know there was a third one in the trilogy. And I
got those games through Epic.
I definitely have those games on Epic now that I think about it. I definitely acquired that trilogy, but I just had them on Steam, probably through a Humble Bundle. And so I went to go the reason this all started was because I rewatched the fucking Dark Knight trilogy on HBO.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot how fucking silly those movies are. Because I haven't seen them since they came out, and it's funny that they happened at the same time. Like the Arkham trilogy and the Batman. Who directed those? What's it called?
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, it's Nolan. The Nolan movie trilogy and the game trilogy were happening at the same time, so it was kind of saying they were the same kind of people. It was the same thing. People were
it's a bit of Batman overload.
Because people were after the Joker gets caught in Dark Knight, that's where Arkham Asylum starts, because he's taking him to the asylum. Haha, hee hee, hoo hoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I also
movies are
started
very silly.
The movies are those ones in general are so funny because they made it so dark and gritty, and the whole thing about Batman is he doesn't kill anybody, but every single combat situation, so many people have been killed by this man's fists. No one lives after being punched in the throat like this. I've roundhouse kicked people in the head in the video game, and they just crumple like cardboard.
You know what? Did you see that clip where Batman has to punch somebody and keep him down, and this dude is punching him for I think 2 minutes? And he's still on the ground, in ragdoll form the whole time.
That's so fucked.
It's very funny.
The fucking the thing that Arkham, I don't know a lot about I know the base level Batman knowledge. You know, the Penguin, Iceman, Joker,
Iceman.
Yeah, Elecman from Mega Man 2.
That's Spider-Man's villain. Excuse you.
The doing all the Riddler stuff unlocks a lot of basically character backstory stuff, so you could read up on villains and stuff from the series. That
you also get concept art.
Yeah, but it's very funny to me learning about all of the fucking weirdos in Batman's universe. There's two separate entities that are Alice in Wonderland themed. There's a Mad Hatter, and there's Tweedledee and Tweedledum. There's also Humpty Dumpty, which is just a very big, dumb man.
That's very funny.
He's obsessed with pulling things apart and putting them back together again. But because he's dumb, he doesn't really put them back together right.
There's just a lot of weird Batman villains.
There's Scarface, the puppet.
I don't remember that.
He's a sheep. The main guy's a sheepish ventriloquist that's acting out his evil through a puppet that named Scarface that he got off of a guy in the prison, and he killed him and stole the puppet and then used it to be evil. And he's like, "Hey, I'm a mobster." Hey,
that's so stupid.
During the last Scarecrow segment in Arkham Asylum, it's Batman's nightmare. So it's if the Joker got full control of Arkham Asylum and basically turned it into his HQ, where they're just drawing and quartering every sort of order and shooting the asylum, they're just putting all the police in there. And literally, they put Scarface in charge of the asylum. So
why the fuck?
So throughout the game, you have the warden speaking on the monitors, "I'm the warden, and I hate all of these shitbags in my asylum." And then the Scarecrow version is Scarface being "And then we fed all the police to Croc." It's funny, just saying what the fucked up alternate reality if they won would be. This fucking game, you should play Arkham Asylum again.
I started playing it I think a year ago at this point, and I was like, this is pretty fine. I would not launch this on the computer again, and then never reopened it.
The bosses are awful. The Metroidvania the Metroidvania aspects are lukewarm because what it just makes you end up doing is being like, well, I'm not gonna collect anything until the game finally gives up and gives me every tool, and then I'll go back. And that's not really the best way to do Metroidvania. You want people to like get a power up and be like, now I want to go back and sweep. You don't want it to be like, I'll wait till the end and then I'll sweep everything in one big slog when I'm done. That's bad. But the combat and like the voice acting is very, very good.
Yeah, it's like the only benefit of doing those games.
There's this really... Did you make it to the Croc segment?
No.
One, Croc just grabs Scarecrow and drags him into the fucking depths, which is the funniest thing I've ever seen. Because he's just like, I'm going to throw my crazy juice into the water supply. And then, like, a big man just grabs him and drags him to the bottom of a sewer. And you're like, that's the dust hands. That's all there needs to be said about Scarecrow. And literally, the Croc segment is you have to walk along like planks of wood in the sewer, and if you run, he just instant kills you and starts you over in his segment. And then every once in a while he just says like, I can smell you, and then he pops up out from one of the floorboards. You throw a batarang at him and he falls back in, and you repeat this process for 20 minutes.
Why would you do that?
You have to go collect like spores to like fight off Ivy because she's all like fucked up on ooze. And so you go and get these spores, and I got the first one and I was like, oh, okay, this was a cute little like stealth segment, time to leave. And they're like, 1 of 5 collected. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh god.
There's a lot of that game that's definitely like, yep, this was made in 2009.
Yeah, I mean, I beat Origins years ago, Arkham Origins, and like I remember nothing about that game.
I remember when I did acquire these games, I tried playing them, and that was back when I had a Windows Vista PC, and I booted up Arkham City, and I got to like, those games have like a benchmark option. It's like that era in PC gaming where like they would have like a little benchmark that would like show you through a little demo to see if your computer could handle it.
Yeah.
Because like at that point in time, that was the most graphic fidelity a video game had ever been. We had like God rays, incredible. But yeah, I remember running through that, and it literally took me like 15 minutes to run through that, and I was like, oh. And I turned it off. It took 15 minutes to run through like a 1 minute long like demo scene. Oh, I love video games.
Video games are incredible.
But yeah, because of my little Batman Mania moment, I also found that the animated series that everyone enjoyed, like the old one, is on HBO, and I started that, and I was like, this is excellent.
Yeah, I've been going through it. It's really fun.
Yeah, that's like the Batman that like is enjoyable. The like super dark, gritty shit is like, it's too much because it's, you could, after every fight, you're like, Batman's, and I don't care how pacifist you are, that man's never moving again.
Yeah, he's ending just his life in a cast.
Yeah, he's not dead, but he's in a coma for the rest of his life, so I don't know what difference it makes, Bats.
That show is very good because it's like, it's dark but it's fun.
Yeah,
it's very well animated.
Yeah, it's also red. It's very red. They like their sky being red. In that one.
A lot of fire.
We talked about Batman for a while, huh? We're already there. We're done.
Amazing.
That's a wrap, baby.
That's a wrap.
We're so fucking efficient and good at our job.
Amazing.
I'm gonna say
happy birthday, Batman.
Happy
this is
birthday.
not gonna release on his birthday.
It's not gonna.
I don't know when this. I don't know when this is gonna release.
It's gonna release on the 9th of April. This is tomorrow.
Batman's a cop and he should be killed in the streets. Okay. Goodbye.